Hey, what's up, guys? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and thank you for joining me here for some of the free picks for the EPL on Saturday, February 4th. We got 7 games on schedule, guys, kicking off at 7:30 a.m. Eastern and closing out at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Seven very good games, guys. We have some of the top teams in EPL facing some of the weakest teams, and like I said, it's kicking off at 7:30 a.m. Should be a very exciting day in England. In the meantime, there's a lot more free picks up on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, so check that out, guys. Subscribe, and of course hit that like button. We do appreciate it a lot. Like I said, guys, 7 games. So let's kick it off with this Everton versus Arsenal matchup, the first game of the day, and it should be a very good game because even though Everton has a new head coach, they are still one of the weakest teams in the league this season, and they are still in the relegation zone, which is now 19th place with 15 points, and they are still close to the safe zone, yes, but they haven't won any of their last 6 games. They are struggling on both ends, and they have sold one of their best players. Uh, just last week, and that will definitely have a huge impact on this team in the future. As far as Arsenal goes, guys, Arsenal has been outstanding this season. 45 scored goals, only 16 conceded goals, only one loss so far this season, and they are now 5 points away from Manchester City with a game less played, which means that this could potentially be an 8 point difference. And you know what? We are entering that stage of the EPL where we are getting a clear image of the teams that might compete for the Champions League, the teams that will compete for the title, and the teams that will be fighting it out at the bottom of the table. And Arsenal is definitely the main favorite to win the title this season. Like I said, they have only one loss so far this season, and that was on the road, yes, but they have been in outstanding form. They're getting some of their injured players back, and it would be a real shame if they drop points against this a very weak Everton team here. So in this game, guys, I'm gonna side with Arsenal. Of course, I'm gonna take Arsenal -1.5. It's +110. The money line is -235. It's a decent price to double. Uh, kind of put it in the double with something else, but as a single, I think that Arsenal can get us -1.5 here, and they shouldn't break a sweat even doing it, to be honest. So Arsenal -1.5 +110. That's my pick for this one, guys. In the next game in the EPL, guys, Aston Villa is hosting Leicester City, and Leicester City is also one of those teams that has been very inconsistent this season. They have been struggling quite a lot, especially on that defensive end. They are not good, and luckily for them, they are out of the relegation zone right now, but only by 3 points because they have 18, and even though they are a few spots above it, point-wise, that's only 3 points, guys. Leicester on the road this season, only 3 wins alongside 7 losses, and now they're facing this very good Aston Villa team, in my opinion. The team that's on a 2 game winning streak in the EPL, the team that's capable of playing a lot better than they are, and I think that they're showing us that since Unai Emery was appointed as the manager. They are still not on the level they wanted to be, but I believe that they are one of the probably like if you look at those average teams in the EPL, I think that they are on the top of that list of the teams you might think about when you think that way. But like I said, very good right now, very good form for them, and against this Leicester at home, if I had to pick a side, it would be Aston Villa. However, I decided to stay away from sides, and I decided to take goals. Both teams to score, to be more precise, -124. Leicester has a lot of offense, yes, and they have started showing that as of late. They have been scoring goals more consistently, and I think they will score here as well. But given their defensive struggles, I just don't see them keeping a clean sheet here. So both teams to score -124. That's gonna be my pick for this game, guys. In the next game, guys, we have Brentford hosting Southampton, and I keep giving some credit to this Southampton team, and they keep disappointing me. They have lost 3 of their last 4 games. They have won 3 of their last 6, which is definitely an improvement. But they are still at the bottom of the table with 15 points, and pretty much in the same boat as Everton is, only 3 points away from safety, which means that if they're able to string together a couple of positive results, couple of wins maybe, they will be out of the relegation zone, and they have been showing some signs of life lately, but now they're facing this very, very solid Brentford team, the team that has only one loss at home so far this season, and the team that has one of the top scorers of the league in Ivan Toney with 13 scored goals. Now, when we look at the injury report, both teams have a couple of injured players, but the biggest news for Southampton is that they're getting some of those players back now, and definitely that will improve their quality, their depth, and I think we should have a nice, solid competition here, guys. I'm also going to stay away from sides in this one, and I'm going to take over 2.5 goals at minus 104. I'm honestly not sure why we are getting such a good price, seeing how bad of a defensive team Southampton is, but team definitely capable of scoring goals. And same goes for Brentford. They have been scoring a lot, but they have also been conceding quite a lot. They conceded 28 goals in 20 games, which is decent amount of goals, right? I will take over 2.5 minus 104. We are very close to even money, and I like that a lot, guys. So that's what I'll go with here. Brighton is hosting Bournemouth at home, guys, and I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty one-sided game because Bournemouth has been very, very bad this season. They haven't won any of their last 7 games, whether that's in the EPL, FA Cup, whatever you have it. In every competition they played, they are losing, and they have been losing to some of the weakest team in the league as well. Brighton on the other side is coming off of a nice win against Liverpool in the FA Cup, and they are the team that's been quite impressive once again this season, despite losing a bunch of players, despite losing their head coach. They keep running, they keep playing, and they keep getting the job done. And I have a feeling, like I said, this is going to be a very one-sided game, and Brighton at home will be a very dominant team here. Bournemouth has only 1 win on the road, alongside 2 draws and 7 losses, while Brighton hasn't lost any of their last 5 games. And despite selling 2 or 3 of their main players, this is still a very good team that, yes, has a few injured players, will be without McAllister for this game, who is suspended because of the yellow cards, but Bournemouth is missing a ton of players as well, and I honestly think that Brighton will get a win in this one. So I decided to go with Brighton at minus 1.5. It's minus 106. Like I said, Brighton is the dominant team here. They are the better team here, the deeper team, and in much, much better form. So I'm going to take Brighton minus 1.5 at minus 106 in this one, guys. Manchester United is hosting Crystal Palace, guys, and they have been in absolutely amazing form. Back at it, back on a winning streak, and they have now won their last 3 games in a row. 2 of those were against Nottingham Forest in the EFL Cup, while the third game was against Reading in the FA Cup. And yes, people will say, well, those weren't some strong opponents, but even before that, Manchester United was on an amazing run. They did lose against Arsenal in the EPL. However, this is a very, very good team, very compact team. The team playing a lot better with every game, and Ten Hag has been doing absolutely amazing job with this Manchester United team. On top of that, they are getting Sancho back. However, they did lose Christian Eriksen, who got injured in that FA Cup match, and I bet they are kind of regretting it right now to go into that game with pretty much all of their starters. Crystal Palace on the other side, they have a few injured players, and Zaha is one of those injured players. That is a huge deal for this team because Zaha is one of their key guys and players who are creating, players that can score goals. And on top of that, they are on a 5-game streak without a single win. In 3 of those 5 games, Crystal Palace lost, and I mean, their track record on the road is not that good. They have scored only 7 goals, won only 2 games so far. And now they have to go on the road to face one of the best teams in the league at home, and that is Manchester United, who has 7 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw at home. So, yeah, I'm going to go with, if I have to side, of course, I'll go with Manchester United. The money line is a bit too expensive, but I'm going to take Marcus Rashford to score at any time at plus 133, which is absolutely amazing money. Because he's been in outstanding form, he's been scoring goals, he's been assisting, he's been all over the place, and I think it's gonna be the same in this game as well. So I'm taking Rashford to score at any time at plus 133. In the next game in the EPL, guys, Liverpool is traveling to Wolverhampton, and this is gonna be a very hard game for them because even though Wolverhampton is not a good team at all this season, they are coached by a very solid coach, a Spanish coach, Lopetegui, who signed just a couple of months ago, and he still needs some time to get this team in order. However, I believe that there has been some improvement and some movement forward to this Wolverhampton team. However, both offensively and defensively, they have been very, very bad this season. Wolverhampton has scored only 12 goals, 6 of those were at home. They have conceded 14 in 10 games at home, and luckily for them, they're facing this Liverpool team, the team that is barely scoring goals on the road. They're barely averaging over 1 scored goal per game, and on top of that, they're not that good defensively, and they're missing a lot of players. And the latest addition to their injury list is Konate, who is their starting defender. So they're missing Konate, they're missing Van Dijk, they're missing Diaz, Jota, Firmino, Arthur as well. A couple of other players are still questionable. Like I said, these two teams are basically a field hospital right now, and for that reason, I think we're gonna see a somewhat sloppy game, especially on the defensive end. And I think that if Wolverhampton is gonna do something this season, it will start in this game because I believe that they're confident right now they can beat Liverpool or at least get a point out of this game. And I think they can, guys. If not that, I'm pretty sure they will get on the scoreboard here because Liverpool has been conceding goals consistently. And for that reason, I'm going with both teams to score in this one, minus 134. I actually like the over 2.5 as well, which is actually a better price than both teams to score. But I'm going to stick to this because I just have a feeling this might be a 1-1 game, to be honest. So both teams to score, minus 134. That's my pick for this one. And the last game of the day in the EPL, guys, is between Newcastle United and West Ham. Two teams in a pretty decent form right now, especially Newcastle, who is still undefeated at home this season, 6 wins and 4 draws, while West Ham has only 1 win on the road, and that has been their biggest problem. However, they did kind of connected a few good results together. They did get a couple of wins, and they got out of the relegation zone right now, which is definitely a huge deal. Because, like I said, the competition at the bottom of the table is very strong, and West Ham hasn't been consistent this season at all on either end. They have been scoring less than a goal per game. They have been conceding about a goal and a half, and overall, this season has been a very big disappointment for this team. Newcastle, on the other hand, hasn't lost any of their last 5 games. They're now in 3rd place, which is a Champions League spot, and they are a very capable team, very well coached, especially at home. And I mean, this is going to be an exciting matchup. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. Well, the best defensive team in the league with only 11 conceded goals. I believe the top of the table is out of their reach. However, the Champions League is still there, and they have a lot to play for the rest of the season. So, in this game, I think this is going to be a very, very good matchup. And because both teams have been playing really well as of late, they have been scoring goals. I think that West Ham has what it takes to get to the scoreboard here. And for that reason, guys, I'm taking both teams to score at plus 116. Excellent, excellent price. I wouldn't necessarily see this game going to over 2.5, but I think we see at least 1 goal on each side. So I'm going with both teams to score at plus 116. That's it, guys. 7 games in the EPL. Get your free picks here. Make some money, guys. If you want my best bet, simply click the link in the description of this video. That will take you to my Pick Dawgz website page. And there you can see the passes I have, all my previous picks. And of course, for more free picks, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel, guys. Check it out, subscribe, and I'll see you soon with more free winners.